How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Sorry about the technical issues there.
It happens. It's just typical. Always happens. It's absolutely fine.
So obviously, thank you so much for joining us today. You are our very first Love Island star to join us for the series, so very
Oh,
exciting.
I like that.
Um,
Thank you so much.
Obviously, we will be talking to you a bit about the new series, a bit about your series, but to get things started, obviously, you have had a bit of a struggle this week. How are you
Tell me
feeling?
about it. Um, I'm over it. I said what I said. They said what they said. We all know what everyone's true feelings about the situation are. Everyone's shown their true colours. I'm ready to move on because people don't realise it's embarrassing to have to talk about people that insult me and see me in that way. Again, because people know what their true colours are, what they're really, really like, I'm okay to move forward being me, knowing who I am because they've damaged their name forever anyway. And the people that are trying to deter from it and get involved again, showing their true colours, I'm just going to move on and keep doing me.
Amazing. And obviously, there have been some apologies issued. How do you feel about the not very good?
I mean, at the end of the day, an apology is only an apology, one, if it's genuine, and two, if it doesn't come from a place of, see it this way, forget any of us who are on Love Island for a second. If someone continuously talks about you in a certain way, but it only blows up on one occasion, like someone could be saying bad stuff about you or treating you a bad way for a long time. The one time that everyone becomes aware of it, that's when you apologize. When it starts to affect you, when it starts to have people's perception change about you, because those are your true feelings inside. So no matter what statement you put up, no matter how many words you say, it's all false. It's not a genuine apology, for one. And secondly, just because they've said an apology doesn't mean it reached me. I
Yeah.
I I mean, an apology only reaches on two occasions: if it's true and if it's accepted, and that's neither the case with me. So their apologies, it's an apology so brands still work with them. It's an apology so they don't get cancelled. It's an apology to appease the people that are going against them. It's not an apology because they're truly sorry about what they said about me, how they've treated me, and that they won't do it again. And if they do, they're probably doing it in their group chats anyway, where I can't see between them. So
Yeah, no,
that's
I
just the case.
understand. Just for a matter of pure clarification, obviously this is all based off of the live between Brad, Aaron, Tyler, and Jake. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Fab. And I have actually seen that you've had a lot of your past co-stars come out and support you.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
The thing with me is I'm actually friends with a lot of people from current series, not current series, my series from past series. But one thing I'm very conscious of is again how people speak online, and I don't ever want to be very public with all my friendships with some of these islanders because it's going to come across as like I'm begging, or maybe I'm not really friends with them, or like it's for clout. But you've seen some of the people that have come out. People are shocked that I'm friends with these people. I'm a very private person. I don't care about my public persona, but even though I have a public persona, it's who I am. I'm always going to be true to myself. So people coming out to support me, there's some I didn't even post. I didn't get a chance to. There's some people that posted and deleted, so I don't know how genuine it was. But no, the people that have come out and support, I really admire, and I'm glad people know that some of these people are good people because they've had bad stories themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I appreciate all my friends, all my family. They've been incredible. I'm very blessed. That's my biggest blessing, my friends and my family.
Amazing. And so now, obviously, it has been, well, nearly a year since you went on the show, and you've
Yeah.
had quite a different experience and that you've come out. I know that you still obviously are influencing, but you've gone back to what many people call a normal job.
Yeah, I literally have my laptop right here. Um, so, so today is a working day for me. I'm currently on my lunch. And I did an interview the other day where I said whether I came out on top of Love Island and I was a winner, I had all this money, I had all this influencer work coming, I would never throw away my career of over 13 years. I would still make influence my main source of income, but I would do something with my experience, with my degrees on the side. It's just worked out the other way where I haven't come off a successful under, so I'm using my main source of income as my work, my career, my studies, all of that, and I do influencing on the side. So either way, I would have never given up something I've worked so hard for.
Amazing. So how do you look back on this? Well, obviously this has been like a crazy experience the past 12 months. So how do you look on that?
So prior to this week, I would say I've never regretted going on the show because it's given me so many opportunities. It's given me so many lifelong amazing friendships. It was an absolute blessing, but now to the point where people who are completely irrelevant are just using it for a reason to embarrass me all these years later. It's like I don't deserve this. I don't need it. Just from
Yeah.
going to the television show just to have a bit of fun, just to find the love of my life. And I know now, I know, oh my god, it's impossible to go on that show to find love. Don't ever be an idiot like I did, thinking, oh, I'm about to turn 30, let me do something fun, we'll see if it works. No. It's all a business opportunity. All a business opportunity, which is absolutely fine. I just wish I went in knowing that,
Yeah.
and who knows, then maybe I wouldn't have regretted my experience because I've come up with nothing I ever wanted. I went on for a relationship, didn't come off for a relationship, I didn't go on for fame. I've come up with a slight bit of a platform, but it doesn't mean anything to me. That's why the only reason when I talk good publicly, it's about speaking about things that are going to affect islanders in my position or people of colour going on the show. I never talk badly about other people. There's been stuff that's been misconstrued, but I use my platform to do good based on what I know and what I've experienced myself.
Amazing. And just talking about a bit about your actual Love Island experience, I saw you mention something the other day about a cat flap.
The
I need to know more about this cat flap.
It's going to take a lot of bribing to get me to talk about the cat flap, but I can tell you this much: it's not something that people go in and out of, but it's something that amazing things are delivered to. That's what I'll say. The cat flap's great.
Okay. Did anything ever come for you in the cat flap?
Oh yeah, of
So,
course.
what do? You just request it in thin air?
You ask, believe, and receive. That's what I'll
Okay.
say. You ask, believe, and receive, and it comes to the platform.
So, what
Sorry,
was
I was
your
reading someone's comment as I said that. It comes to the cat flap.
what was your favourite things come from the cat flap?
That would be giving you a clue as to what comes out the cat flap. That would be
Okay,
giving you a
okay.
clue.
So what about food? Do you get food delivered?
So I personally really enjoyed the food. I love the food so much. So breakfast we'd like not fend for ourselves. Like our fridge was fully stocked. The fridge and the freezer. I've seen food. Put it this way, exaggerates them, but I saw food I didn't even know existed. Food was in abundance. Lunch and dinner we had caterers. We'd have people that would because we filmed in COVID, we'd have people that would bring the food to the door. We'd have all these massive trays and heated pans of food. There would always be like salads and meats and fish and vegetarian options. And one day I was having a really bad day. And I spoke to one of the therapists. I'm like, Rachel, what's your favourite food? And I told them. Next day, it was literally there for dinner. It was like seafood linguine. I was so happy. No, the food in the villa, which you don't get to see, is top notch. Not even
Really
joking.
good.
Really good.
Amazing. And do you find that there was like a lot of time to chill and like you'd get bored, or was it like go all the time?
So my experience was, considering I was never really in a proper couple, I had a lot of time by myself. So
Mm-hmm.
there were days where I would literally be sat on a daybed by myself. I actually loved the days where we had things to do, because then it's like it's like we were forced to engage with people. We were forced to have a conversation. We were forced to spend time together. Otherwise, I was on my own a lot of the time. But that being said, in the very beginning, I did have some really good friendships in there. Though those friendships don't exist now, I had really good friendships. Friendships I thought would be for life. But yeah, that's what I'll say on that one.
Yeah, I guess things change when you come out.
Mm.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So, what message would you give to the new islanders?
I would say you're going on a show, the biggest reality TV show in the UK. Without you being there, without there being an audience and demand for people to watch this show, they're not going to make any money. So no matter what happens, as long as you're in there, make sure you're doing something where you come off, you have secured a decent amount of money for yourself, because these people do anything to manipulate you and make you look bad. So just make sure that you've done something to earn enough for yourself.
Fair enough.
That's the honest truth. It's
Yeah.
purely a business opportunity, let's be honest.
Do you think people still go on there for love, or do you think people get lucky sometimes and get both?
I mean, I don't know everyone's heart. It's not impossible to have that be a reason for going on there, because I know it was mine. But I think people are definitely very aware of how your life changes, even if you're on it 5 minutes like me. of how it can really, really change your life. So people are definitely aware that that's not necessarily the guaranteed outcome,
Yeah.
but it's a possibility, very rare possibility, but it's still a possibility.
Amazing. And what do you think of the new cast? Like first thoughts.
So the best thing, and even though there's still work that can be done, I do love how diverse it is. I genuinely do. I have to say I'm very, very behind on the episodes because obviously I work and I've been entertaining clients this week. I'll come home and I try and put it on and I end up falling asleep with the episode. I couldn't even tell you who my favourites are at present, but I really, really liked Dami.
Yeah.
He's gorgeous. Right. India, of course. I like Gemma, I really do. And I've seen like clips and I feel like Ekin-Su would be my fave if I kept watching. But I'm not up to date or completely on what's going on.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying that Ekin-Su is giving like Mora vibes.
Good,
Yeah.
and good for her. Good for her for doing what a bombshell's meant to do and shake things up. I'm proud of her. Definitely
Absolutely.
proud of her.
So I know that you haven't kept as up to date, but do you think anyone on the original lineup could have what it takes to get to the final?
Do you know, it's hard to ask. Do you know what? I'll give you two answers. As someone that's been on the show and knows how it works, everyone gets a character as it goes on. There's always the broken-hearted person. There's always the joker. There's a couple that stick up from the beginning. So depending on how they're portrayed and edited, that depends who's going to win. Like people's characters can completely change, and that's not necessarily them. It's how they're edited to be shown. But from someone that hasn't been on the show watching, I think everyone brings something different to the table. I really, really do. So I couldn't even tell you who I think is going to win. I think at present everyone serves purpose.
Yeah.
And we've just got to wait and see how they're portrayed. We've still got a lot of time to fall in love with certain Islanders and make our own opinion of them. I will just say, as someone that's been and come off the show, just take everything you see with a pinch of salt because you're not seeing everything. So, yeah.
Did you find that before going on the show, I don't know how much you were able to watch, but did you have perceived perceptions before you went in?
Yeah, so we got to watch. So I think there was only about 4 or 5 episodes before I went in, and I did get to watch it. And considering there was no one in that I was interested in, it was more so, okay, I was like, I want to be friends with this girl, I want to be friends with this girl, these people are amazing, they've got really good characters, this one stands for what's right, this one's a little bit timid. Like I was more so focused on friendships because, like I said, that none of the guys in there were my type at all. So that was the only kind of perceptions I really focused on.
Yeah.
But when I was in there, everyone was lovely. Everyone was absolutely lovely. It was very harmonious when I was in there. Everyone got along.
Amazing. And like, I know that again you've not caught up to date with the last couple of episodes, but do you think there's anyone from the like original lineup, so from Monday, Tuesday, that reminds you of anyone from like your series?
No.
Okay.
No, I think honestly, I have to. I'm not the biggest fan of ITV, but I have to commend them. They've really, really put in people in the OG lineup that have their own character that are not like anyone else. I can't think of, even if I'm irrelevant, I can't even think of someone in there that reminds me of me. I think everyone really has their own personalities this time around, and I'm here for it. Like, let these people, let them grow on us. Let us learn from them. Let us see what they can bring to the table.
Amazing. And if you could bring in any previous Islander, whether it's your series, another series, whether it's yourself, to shake things up, who would it be?
Oh, see, this is the thing. Age kind of plays into a bit, and where they are in their life kind of plays into it. I'd love to kind of bring Marlene Anderson because she would listen. Her name says it all. I'd love to bring Marlene Anderson. Maura Higgins would be great. Also, Ovi Soko would be great, and Amber's good at putting people in their place where it's needed. So
Yeah.
I'd say those people. Yeah, I can't think of anyone else. I think we
No,
need more of a funny character though. I'm trying to
yeah.
think of who's made me laugh the most over time. I think we need someone a bit more like belly laughing, hysterical in there. Otherwise, yeah, the lineup's great.
So do you think like, do you remember Chris Taylor?
Yeah, I didn't find him that funny, but
Mm-hmm.
he was good. He was good like, he was a good character, but I didn't find him that funny. I'd say more so, people are going to think, I can't even think who's made me belly, because it comes and goes so quickly.
Yeah.
It really does, and it's hard to remember everyone. But no, I think there's needs to be Kem. There you go, Kem. Kem and Chris. There you go. Done. Answered. There you go.
Was that the comments helping you there?
Yeah, that was the comments helping me out there. Thanks for that.
Amazing. So obviously the initial lineup had a bit of a mix up this year in the sense that the public got to choose. Do you think that was something good? Do you want to see that again?
I mean, the show's been going on for how many years now? The public getting the option to choose wasn't because they want to get us involved, they want us to be part of the show. It's because they didn't want to take responsibility for the black girl being picked last. So they said, okay, let's make sure everyone's guaranteed to be picked. It won't be done in an order. And if people have a problem with who they're coupled up with, we as the show can't take the blame because it would have been other people that done it. So I think it's very, very tactical. I don't think it's necessary to involve the people watching the show. But do I think we should do that again? Absolutely not, because it's not fair on the islanders. We have only seen an edited VT that they've put out of these characters that's about 1.5 minutes long,
yeah,
for us to get to know them. And at the end of the day, these people go on the show to have their pick. It's not fair to take that choice away from them, because how do we know the people it's an uncomfortable situation to put these people in. Let them have their choice, I think.
Yeah, and a lot of people were saying that the initial spark was missing because it wasn't
Of course, because
yeah.
they weren't going. You pick someone off that spark, you look at someone and you speak to them and you're like, oh, okay, this is what I'm basing my decision on. You completely took that out of their hands. It was a very forced situation. So I think that was unfair.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I can see that. And I think, like I said, a lot of viewers also felt the same. So it's interesting to see if that will happen again. But do you think there's any other changes that could be coming or that you'd like to see?
I mean, I would like to see a bit more diversity. Why I'm not saying the cast is not diverse, it's fantastic. There's this quote I saw and it's like, I see my influence whether I get the credit or not. I've always spoken about diversity just coming up the show and they've delivered. But it would be great to see more people of other ethnic minority backgrounds in the mix. And I think it would be great if Love Island could learn from shows like Married at First Sight, where there's mixed sexuality, mixed ages, and it would be great if they can learn from Too Hot to Handle, where not necessarily everyone's from the UK. Yes, they've got Davide in there, but really, if you want to make things diverse, make it diverse overall, I'd say.
Yeah, fabulous. And is there anyone that you would like to see more of, or that you think deserves more screen time?
Again, because I'm 2 episodes in. I need to come back to you on that one. I really wish. And you know, it was my plan to try and catch up and watch before this live, but it's just so difficult. Like I said, I've literally got my laptop right here, like doing work. So I'm gonna catch up, and I will literally message you who I think. And I agree. I've seen a comment about plus size girls need love too. It's true. It's not. We need more diversity in sexuality, in backgrounds, and in body types. I mean, this is the thing. I think Love Island forgets that they somewhat influence what people find attractive. So if you're not putting these people out there, or kind of holding back on people that are also attractive, but you're not showing them as attractive, you're going to make people feel like it's not. So normalize that beauty is in every shape, every color, every back. There's no limits to sexuality. There's no limits to beauty whatsoever.
Amazing. And like I said to you before we spoke, we're going to play a little game now called Mate or Date.
Oh, let's go.
And then, so after that, we'll open it up to some questions and get some questions from the people watching.
Brilliant. I'm ready.
But yeah, so obviously, if you're picking someone as your mate, it's just someone that you kind of say hello to in passing. You don't think that you'd really have a bond with. And if you date, then you'd go on a either mate date, romance date, any of that. So, and I know that you've only looked at like little bits for the newbies. So if you don't want to answer because you're not entirely sure, that's absolutely fine.
Okay, cool.
So let's start with mate or date. Paige.
Mate.
Fab.
Yeah.
Danny.
Date.
Date.
With confidence. Date.
India.
Date.
Amazing.
Date.
Liam.
Which one's Liam? Oh, mate.
So it actually looks like Liam's just left the villa as well, I think.
Stop. Are you joking?
No, I think we've just had that news come in. I think he's leaving tonight.
Why?
So I don't. He's going to be sharing something around the fire pit this evening. So if there's an episode you want to watch, I think that's. It's going to
See,
be.
now I have to catch up so I would have known what's led to that. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's quite early.
Very
So
early.
it will be interesting if that does
Yeah.
happen.
I hope it's not because there's been any form of trauma. I hope if he's going, it's for something, a good reason. I really hope it hasn't affected him in a bad way. No one deserves that.
I hope so. I hope so, or I hope it's like a tease. But we've seen that come through as a spoiler today, which has been published. So yeah, I guess we'll really wait and see if that does happen. But it's
Yeah,
such
I
a shame
really
if
need to catch up. That's crazy.
yeah, such a shame if he does. But mate or date, Tasha?
Mate.
Mate.
Sorry, that was because I was trying to remember who they all are. So yeah, no, mate. She's a beautiful girl, but mate.
Amazing. And Davida?
Mate.
Gemma?
I don't know. Bit of both. I don't know. Let's say date.
Amazing. Ekana?
Date.
Andrew?
Mate.
Amber?
Amber. Oh, date.
Luca?
Date.
And then the newest arrivals, we've got Afia.
Afia, mate.
And Ekansu.
Date 150%.
Amazing. So we'll go to some questions now.
Okay.
If we want to, let's have a look at what we've got.
Oh, guys, I didn't know either. I honestly had no idea. I haven't even watched I haven't watched the third episode you've been on. I'm so not up to date. So that was a shock for me.
It's such a shock. It literally just came through. It's published everywhere. So it's such a shame. We don't know why Liam's leaving, unfortunately. Right. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Trying to scroll, but my screen is not playing ball. Okay, I think we'll leave it there because I can't really spot any questions.
I can see a few, but they're coming really, really fast. Okay, let me see if I can. I'm just going to scroll and stop.
So someone's just said, out of all the series, who would you choose to couple up with?
Obi Soko, hands down.
Yeah.
Straight up, that's my 100% answer.
Someone wants another hint about the cat flap. So
I told you, you ask, you believe, and you receive.
Who were you closest to from your series?
I'm not going to say, purely because I don't like talking about people that I don't have a relationship with now. But currently, I'm really, really close with a number of people, and the people I'm close with are absolutely amazing.
Amazing. And someone else has asked, do you feel that you were portrayed accurately?
Absolutely not. I mean, I've been on this life for how many minutes? And in contrast to what you saw on the show over a week, two completely different people. So no, I was portrayed to be a broken-hearted girl. That's far from the case. But no, I'm glad people can get to know me on my own platform now.
Amazing. And someone just said, if you could change or bring anything into the new series, what would it be?
Oh, that's such a tough question. Change or bring anything into the... Oh, okay, good idea. Honestly, I swear to goodness, if this program still this idea for me, I'm going to be annoyed. They should have something like a truth box where you can anonymously put in things that you want to say to other islanders without them knowing. And once a week it's emptied and the islanders read what's said on it, just to like stir up a bit of drama. And it can be used in a good way. People can confess their love or attraction for someone if they don't have the confidence to say it to them directly.
That's really cool. That would be fun.
Honestly, I know they're watching. They jump on everything I say. What's this be done in a future series? Guaranteed. I assure you.
It seems everyone's agreeing with you because everyone's saying like, yes, let's bring it.
I love it.
Amazing. Well, Rachel, I think that's everything, unless there's anything else that you want to say at all.
No, I do want to say this. Thank you to everyone for being incredibly amazing to me over the last few days. I have messages that have gone so far down that I'll probably never be able to respond to, but I'm really, really grateful for everyone's support, and it means the world that people actually care about little old me and my emotions. So thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank you so much for this. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.